Good morning, yogis. I am so excited to have an hour of bliss with you today from the mountains in North Carolina. Currently, I am in Elk River on a beautiful patio with endless amounts of space around me. And my goal is in the next hour for you to feel endless amount of space from inside. So get on your yoga mat. If you have a towel, roll it up long like a Tootsie Roll. Sit on the towel so your tiny hiney is just a little higher than your knees. And get ready to treat yourself to an hour of perfect weather, bliss, and happiness from my heart in the mountains of North Carolina. So let's get started, yogis. Your hands will come down to the sides of the towel. You'll notice your posture. You'll feel your sit bones digging in to your towel, and you'll feel an amazing breeze on your skin. Our first breath will be a natural one. Just know everything that I am saying I'll be doing. It might be possible for you to take this entire class with your eyes closed. Let's see how it goes. Remember, be kind to yourself. So the hands are down, the posture is whatever it wants to be. We'll inhale in our nose, take a first amazing big breath of clean air, and let it out any way that feels good. These next two breaths is what I call drama breaths. So inhale in your nose. Maybe put a hand on your chest and let out yesterday. Inhaling again. Letting out last week. Now thinking just of your hands. Take your palms and splay them away from your hips. We're going to become the sun. So as you inhale, lift your arms like rays of the sun all the way up over your head. When your palms touch each other, exhale. Inhale, reaching up just a tiny bit. Letting both of your hands together fall to the right side, letting the left side of the body just open. And as you exhale, coming back to neutral. Inhale, reaching up. And this time, as you exhale, both hands together fall to your left and the right side body opens just a little. And back to neutral. Here I'm going to ask that you inhale, reaching both hands up. With your eyes closed, just notice your mind, your neck, your armpits, your shoulders, your upper back, mid-back, low back, and hips. If you can, memorize this feeling because it's my goal. You'll feel better in an hour. Here we inhale and we reach up just one more time. And then the hands stay together and you'll bend your elbows. The hands will come down in front of the face. The chin will begin to tuck towards the chin and the hands stop in front of your heart as if you were to say a prayer. Here we inhale again. Make yourself a personal, beautiful wish. And send it out into the universe. Letting your hands settle back down to your sides. Just take a breath here and notice. Notice what it feels like to be free in the mountains. And let that breath go. Okay, I'm going to speak about your shoulders next. So think of where your shoulders are and think about them coming up towards your earlobes. So as you inhale, pull the shoulders as high up as you can. As you exhale, let the shoulders round behind you and then just drop them down. I'm going to talk about your right ear now. Inhale. And drop your right ear down towards your right shoulder, just letting the left side of the neck find space. Inhale here. Exhaling the word now. Nothing else matters but here and now. Nothing should hurt. Shoulders stay down. We have 3 more here and now. 2 more here now. Last one here and now. As long as your shoulders like this idea, I'm going to ask you to take your hands behind your back, almost as if you're hiding your arms from me. Here, your choice is to interlace your hands together or hold onto a wrist. You'll notice as you do this, your shoulders pull back and your heart reaches forward just a little. Nothing should hurt. Elbows can stay bent. Inhale, cool. Exhale, breeze. Cool. Breeze. 3 more, no rush. Cool. Breeze. 2 more, please. Last one, just like this. Okay, now think of your nose and your chin. We're going to turn our head towards our right armpit and drop it. So it's almost as if your nose is reaching down towards your right thigh, just a little. And the sensation has changed, still on the left side, but in a different place. We've got 3 breaths here. Inhale the mountains. Exhale the valleys. Mountains. Valleys. Last one here. Mountains. Valleys. Think of just your chin. And slide it back to the center of your chest. So if you're wearing a necklace, your chin is by your pendant. And here, let the hands come back down to the sides of the towel. And just take a breath and notice if the left and right sides of your neck feel different than each other. Breathing in and out. This time we're going to rise and fall with the nose, not going past your own edge. So as you inhale, let your nose rise up towards the beautiful blue sky, noticing the skin on your neck. And as you exhale, feel the chin slowly fall towards the chest, creating space in the back of your neck. 4 more at your own speed as you inhale, thinking the word rise. As you exhale, thinking the word fall. Remembering everything I say is just a suggestion. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fall. Again, rise. Exhale, fall. Usually the last one feels the best. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fall. And notice again, as your chin is by your chest, what do you notice? Breathing in and out. Okay, we're going to go the opposite way because I believe in balance. So here we'll take our chin and we'll point it in the direction of the left armpit. We'll bring our hands behind us again. You choose whether you interlace your fingers or hold on to a wrist. The sensation this time is on your right side, and again, nothing should hurt. Inhale the streams. Exhale the bubbling water as it moves. Streams and bubbles. One more. Streams and bubbles. Okay, not much movement, but here, think about your left ear rolling towards your left shoulder. The space is opening on the right side of the neck. Nothing hurts. Inhale, slow. Exhale down. No need to rush. Slow. Down. 3 more. Slow. Down. Again, slow. Down. Last one. Okay, here your head will stay just as it is. Your fingers will pull away from each other. Your hands will end at the ends of the towel. We've got 5 more breaths with that left ear near the left shoulder. Inhale, good. Exhale, day. Today is going to be a good day. And we know that because we began on the mat. Inhale, good. Exhale, day. 2 more, good. Day. Last one just like this. Good. Day. Okay, now your left ear is by your left shoulder. The birds are cheering you on. Think about your left hand. Bring it towards the left side of your face and just press your head back to neutral so you don't have to use your muscles. Left hand on the left thigh, right hand on the right thigh. Letting your shoulders melt. Breathe in. And notice in your body from your shoulders to maybe 3 inches above your head, do you feel any different? Exhale. 1 more, breathing in. And breathing out. This, my friends, is the magic of yoga, involved with the land and the love of nature. Okay, so here, I'm going to ask you to move your towel. So I'm going to bump off the towel. I'm going to bring my tiny honey back on the mat. I'm going to put the soles of my feet together. And I want you to put your towel underneath so it feels like it's supporting you a little bit and your inner groin isn't pulling. As the soles of our feet come together, you're going to have a choice about where your hands go. So they can stay on your towel. They can stay on your shins, or they can stay on the floor next to your feet. The wrong place for your hands is where you feel pain. The right place for your hands is where it feels delicious. So listen to your body always before my voice. And here I want you to think about bringing your chin towards your chest. Let it feel nice and easy as the chin falls down. We've already opened the neck. Think about your belly button going towards your spine. So you're bending the spine back behind you. And then you're just gonna let go. So we'll breathe here for 5 beautiful breaths. Inhaling the word expanding, feeling your whole torso expand. Exhaling the word calming. Relax in the shoulders. Make sure the top teeth are not clenched with the bottom teeth. Expanding. calming. 3 more, no rush, expanding. Calming. 2 more, expanding. Calming. 1 more, no rush. Okay, now you're going to keep your head at the height it's at, and we're going to go off to our right. So first think about which hand is your right hand. Take it to the outside of your right thigh. Nothing hurts. I'm going to slide my nose over my right thigh, remembering there is no prize if your nose touches your thigh. And then I'm going to move my left hand. Probably onto the towel would be choice 1. Onto your right shin would be choice 2. Just notice, is your left shoulder higher than your right? If it is, drop it down. Nothing needs to hurt. Maybe your left hand wants to go to the floor on the right side, or just on your knee. Find it a happy place, like these mountains. Inhale, happy. Exhale, place. Notice if there's more weight in your right sit bone than your left. If there is, even it out. We'll be here 4 more breaths. Inhale, happy. Exhale, place. 3 more, happy. Place. 2 left, happy. Place. Feel your belly, last one, happy. Place. Okay, now, for the next 3 breaths, I'm going to call this yogi's choice. So choice 1, it feels good where you are, stay where you are. Choice 2, think about your right hand, that's on the mat. Maybe you slide your right hand back, slow, I would call it in line with my right hip. It's about 6 inches away from my hip. I can leave my left hand right where it is. I can put it on my right knee, or I can touch the floor with my fingertips. Wherever you are, don't upset that left shoulder. Inhale, create. Exhale, space. Again, create. Space. Let the head feel heavy. Last one, create. Space. I'm going to move my left hand. The left hand is going to go back to my left shin. The nose is going to slide slowly back over the towel. No need to look up. And my right hand on my right shin. Maybe your hands feel better on your feet. Breathe in. Notice if your left side body feels any lighter or more open than your right side body. Remember, I told you, yoga is magic. 1 more breath here. And exhale. Maybe you move your hands towards my voice 1 inch, 1/2 inch, 1/4 of an inch, just 1 breath. Breathing in. And letting that sensation go. Okay, hands come back. And we're going to move to our left. So your left hand comes to the outside of your left thigh. Your nose is going to slide over that left thigh. And you move your right hand first onto your towel. Feel that? Maybe onto your right shin, or maybe onto the floor in front. Nothing hurts. Inhale, let. Exhale, go. Let. Go. Letting us go of a story you repeat in your head over and over again. Inhale, let. Exhale, go. Dropping that right shoulder, making sure there's weight in the right hiney cheek. 2 more, let. Go. Last one, let. Go. Okay, your choice, stay right here. Or if your body wants more or needs more, you know if it doesn't, so don't push yourself. Your left hand can go further back, so it's about 4 or 5 inches in a straight line away from your left hip. The right hand can land on the right knee or come down on the floor next to the left hand. If that upset your right shoulder, bring your right hand back. Maybe here your nose will slide in between the left and right hand and that right side body opens. And we breathe in the trees. And we exhale, falling leaves. 3 breaths here, inhaling the trees. Exhaling the leaves. Right shoulder falls. Again, trees. And leaves. Okay, this time we'll think of your right hand. We'll put it back on the right shin. Leaving your head low, I'm going to ask you to slide it back to center so your nose is kind of over the towel. Your left hand comes back onto the left shin. Maybe your hands move forward, only if that feels better. Huge breath in, breathe it all the way down to the belly. Feel the release as you exhale. Let the head feel heavy, let go in the neck, breathing in and out. This time, my hands are going to pull towards my hips as we inhale, and we're going to roll up one tiny bit of your back at a time, no rush. As you inhale, the hands start to come towards the hips, the chin's by the chest. And we just roll it all the way up. You'll notice the last thing to come up is your magical smile. And as you exhale, feel the release. Tension and tightness are leaving the body. Here I'm going to ask you to bring your legs towards me, or call it your feet towards me. You're going to roll your towel under your knees. If your toes want to splay away a tiny bit, let that happen. We're going to bring our arms out. We'll be the sun again. As you inhale, the arms lift up. The hands come towards each other, and I'm going to fold forward. I'm going to call it fall forward. So the hands are coming down. I just want you to see the space you've created in your back. No tension. The big toes point away from each other, and the head just falls. Inhale the clouds. Exhale the blue sky, letting go in the shoulders. Clouds. Blue sky. Again, clouds. Blue sky. 2 more. Last one here. Left hand on left shin, right hand on right shin. The hands are going to come towards the hips, and we're going to roll it up again. Chin by the chest. Inhale, start to feel your spine rise up. Notice what your shoulders do naturally. And let it go. Keep your eyes closed just for a moment. And notice what about 20 minutes worth of yoga has done for your mind and your body. Breathing in, cool. Exhaling, breeze. Okay, we're gonna put the right sole of the foot down and the left sole of the foot down. Just pull your towel out of the way. I'm gonna ask you to put your hands behind you. The feet, let's call them about a foot away from each other. The palms of my hands are down on the floor. I'm just gonna let my knees fall left and right. They're not gonna go all the way to the floor. When I ask you to bring your knees to the right, I want you to notice your left hip and vice versa. So inhale. As you exhale, let your knees just fall to the right, noticing your left hip. Back. Inhale, feet to the floor, knees back to the ceiling. Exhale, knees fall left, notice the right hip. Again. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, let them fall. Inhale, back to center. And they fall to the left. Back to neutral. Here, we're gonna crisscross. When I teach little kids, I call this crisscross feet are lost. They love that because they can't see their feet. Okay, I'm gonna leave my right hand behind me. I'm gonna take my left hand and cross it over the body. I'm not going onto my knee, I'm going onto the thigh. If you drive a car, it should feel like a seat belt here. My sit bones are sticking into the ground and my posture is as tall as I can get it. Breathe in all the oxygen you can through your nose. Feel your sit bones ground. Let your belly button look to the right first, your chest, and then your nose. Inhale, breathing in. Exhale, breathing out. Again, in and out. Last time, think about pressing your left hand into your right thigh into the hand, sitting up tall, breathing in. Exhale, noticing your sensation. Nose first, back to neutral. Left hand behind the left tiny cheek. Yes, you already know, right hand. So this should feel like a seatbelt in the passenger side, not on the knee. Inhale, breathe into the earth. Exhale, sit bones ground, belly button turns left first, chest, and then nose. 3 big breaths. Inhale, happy. Exhale, healthy. Again, happy. Healthy. Last one here, happy. Healthy. Nose comes back to center first. Right hand on right knee. Left hand on left knee. Eyes closed. This time I want you to notice from your hips and up. Breathe it in. Do you feel any different yet? Breathe it out. One more in. And out. Nice. Now generally, when I ask my friends to lay down, oh my God, they seem to love it. This amazing smile comes on their face. So right now you're thinking, oh yes, I get to lay down, how cool. So that's what I'm gonna ask for. We're gonna turn, staying on your mat. Now here, you have a towel roll. So if you were to lay down, your towel roll is gonna be approximately from your right hip, in between your right hip and your ankles. I'm gonna ask you to put the soles of your feet on the floor, scooch if you need to. The goal here is not to hit your head, so come down slowly. I'm gonna come on my right shin first. That's not my shin, that's for my forearm, sorry. Right forearm first, left next. Slowly ease it down. Bring your arms out to a T and just notice. Breathe it in. Breathe it out. This, my friends, would be the best way I can explain it. Contentment. Notice if you feel that. Breathing in and out. Last one. In and out. Okay, our arms are out to a T, our legs are bent, and the soles of our feet are on the floor. I want you to think about your feet. We're going to step into them evenly. What I mean by that is not more weight in one foot versus the other, not more weight in your heels or the pinky toe side of your foot or your toes. So notice the soles of the feet are on the floor, and we're going to press into them and peel the tiny hiney away from the mat. Doesn't matter how high that hiney comes up off the floor, just that it does. Being kind and not judging yourself at all. Let's just see what happens. Soles of the feet are on the floor. Here we go. Inhale, pressing into the feet, lifting your tiny hiney, pulling your thighs towards each other, and just noticing how much of your spine came off the floor. As you exhale from your shoulders, coming down with the top of the back first. A little bit more. Maybe you're near your bra strap now if you have one on. Guys, sorry, you don't need a bra. Mid back. No rush. Low back. Now you're going to know you're all the way down when you feel your low back hit the floor and your shoulders release. I'm going to ask you to do that just one more time here. Inhale, pressing the feet into the mat, lifting the tiny hiney. And as you exhale, first with the top of the back, lowering down a little bit more. Remembering we don't need to rush. We want to feel that control as the body slowly lands. Feeling the sensation of your shoulders melting. Now, I'm going to ask you to take your right ankle onto the top of your left thigh. So sometimes that ankle bone digs into the left thigh and it feels sort of annoying. So think about that right ankle bone, moving it a little bit to the left so there's no sensation. The shoulders are melting, the left foot is on the floor, you're thinking about your right knee. You don't need to use your hand to press, but I want you to mentally point your right knee towards the right bottom corner of your yoga mat. We're opening the right hip. It might feel that part of the low back is off the mat. That's okay. 5 beautiful breaths. Inhaling mountains. Exhaling all the fuzzy friends that live on the mountain. Breathing in the mountains. Think of the bears and their baby bears. Inhaling the mountain. Exhaling the family of black bears. 2 more. Last breath in a relaxed way. Just thinking of that right knee, bring it back to neutral. You'll find your low back settle there. Choice 1, stay in the shape you're in, leaving the feet where they are. Choice 2, you could put your towel under the left foot to lift it up just a bit more, but feel supported. Choice 3, and this is deep, so if you are a beginner, not yet, we'll bring our left foot up off the floor, bringing both knees towards the chest. Don't get to a place where you're thinking, oh my God, how long is she going to make me stay like that? If this is in your mind, please put your foot back down to the floor. If it feels good, just enjoy it. The nose is reaching to the floor, and all the breath will happen on your right side here. Breathe into the low back and tiny area on the right side. Big breath. And send that relaxation to that right low body. Just that cute honey cheek on the right side. Next breath, breathe into it. And feel those muscles let go. Back of the right leg, it's your hamstring. Big breath in. And let it go. Outside of your right leg, between the hip and the knee, it's your IT band. Breathe it in. Let it feel release. Now the shoulders. Remind them to let go. Breathing in. Let the shoulders release. Now thinking of the legs. If your left foot is hanging out in space, we're going to step down with the left foot. So let it happen slow and easy. Eventually that left foot will touch the floor. Feel what it feels like to step down on your yoga mat. And just take a breath to notice. Breathing in. Breathing out. Now here I'm going to keep my legs in the same shape, but I'm going to call it tipping to the left. So just a second from now, my outside of my left thigh and my right foot will land on the earth on my left side. So your nose points up to the beautiful sky and you tip, you're rolling onto your left hip. The right sole of the foot touches the earth and so does the left leg. Now maybe your body is saying, oh no it doesn't. So if that's what's happening, listen to your body. Taking your whole right leg and just placing it on top of the left. That's just as good. You decide what your body wants today. We're going to hang out here, but for 2 minutes. And for the next 2 minutes, I want you to pretend that your mat is next to mine. And I want you to make a list of things that you feel grateful for when you're out in nature. Clean air, no responsibility. I'm going to set my wonderful timer. And I'm going to ask you to notice what it feels like to let go in a place where there's no need to worry. Inhaling the blue sky. Exhaling nature. Inhaling the deer. Exhaling running water. You think of the rest. In your own body, just notice that right shoulder. If it's not down on the earth, please bring your right fingers to rest on your right ribs. If there's anything you can do to make yourself 5 or 10% more comfortable, do it now. Only 4 more breaths. Nice and easy, big last breath. And let it go. Okay, so here our left hip is on the earth and the left leg is bent. So think about where your left foot is and slide it down the mat towards the left bottom corner. Now think about the right leg and just let that right ankle go towards the right one. Eventually you'll feel like cross legs. I call it straight cross legs. And then bring that right ankle all the way to the right bottom corner of the mat, letting everything in your body ooze and release. Breathing in. Notice if one leg feels longer than the other and breathe out. Breathing in. Notice if one hip feels lower to the earth than the other. Breathing in again. Notice if your mind slowed down and you really feel present. Breathing in again. Notice what your clothes feel like right now on your body. One more. Thank yourself for being well enough and wise enough to turn on a yoga video this morning to give your body the love it deserves. So we're going to do one more shape or pose before we get to the other side. So first think about which leg is which. I'm going to ask you to take your left leg towards center. It's still straight down on the mat. I'm going to ask you to bend your right leg. So as you inhale, feel your right knee bend. As you exhale, imagine your right foot stepping into freshly cut grass. It's a little porkly. Now, we're just going to let that right knee fall towards the towel. So maybe the right sole of the foot touches the left thigh. It doesn't need to, but it can. The yogis call this pose standing tree pose. And knowing that you're surrounded by a forest, we're calling this fallen tree. I'm going to ask for another 2 minutes of breath. But this time I want you to see photos of happy people. Whether they're hanging on a wall in a home you remember, or they're on your iPhone. I'm going to ask you to look for photos of happy people. First one is a group photo. It looks like you're at a party. Breathe in. Notice you're surrounded by people you love and exhale. It's an imaginary photo book. You come up with the rest. Inhaling. Exhaling the next photo. Notice what comes to mind when you're this relaxed. Top teeth and bottom teeth are not clenched. Shoulders are relaxed. First minute's already over. We're halfway through this shape. Three more breaths, feeling the clean air of the mountains going through your nostrils and into your body to heal every cell in your body. taking away what needs to leave the body. Last breath. And release it. Okay, here it's your right leg that's bent. So we're going to put the sole of the right foot on the floor first. And feel your body ground in. Left leg is next. Inhale, bend your left leg. Step down into the freshly cut grass. Okay, this really isn't a yoga pose, but I'm going to ask you to take the towel from your right side. Maybe you'll use your left hand as well. And you'll bring it over the left side of the mat. Arms are by your side. We're going to lift the torso one more time off the yoga mat. Inhale, feet are even. They're next to each other with space in between. Inhale, pressing the feet into the earth, peeling that spine away from the earth. And as you exhale, slowly with the top of the back first, no need to rush. Feeling the vertebra come down on the mat, one at a time, letting the body ooze into the earth. Feeling the sensation of gravity pressing you into your yoga mat and the earth pressing you back. Okay, other side, same activity. So think of your left foot this time. We'll bring the left foot on, well, I'm going to call it left ankle, top of right knee. If that little bump of the ankle is pressing into your right leg, just slide that left foot a little further to the right. Notice your low back. Think of your left knee here. Press your left knee down towards the bottom of your yoga mat. Notice what happened with your hips. Don't force anything. Inhale the stars. Exhale the moon. Stars and moon. Again. Two more. Again. Thinking of your left knee, let it come back. You'll feel the low back come onto the earth. And just notice this overall feeling of peace around you and within you. Choice one, leave your body exactly as it is. Choice two, you can put your towel under your right foot so it's lifted just a little. Or choice three, both knees come towards the shoulders. Might feel different than the other side. Notice if you've taken both feet away or your knees closer to your shoulders, that right foot doesn't have to hang out in space. Let it drop down towards the high knee cheek. All these breaths belong to the left side of your body. So low back on the left side, breathe it in. And feel that sensation of calm come over that part of your body. Left tiny cheek, breathe it into the tiny hiney. Feeling the release. Hamstring on the left side, that's the back of your thigh, breathing it in. Almost feel those muscles just go, ah. Try that with me. That sound on the left side between the outside of your left knee and your left hip, breathing it in. Ah. This one goes to both shoulders, inhaling. and feeling the ah. Okay, it's your right foot that's closer to the earth. So begin to let that right foot look for the mat. You're going to imagine your right foot stepping on a fluffy carpet. And notice the body let go as the foot steps down. So here I'm going to stay in the same shape again, but I'm aiming for the outside of my right thigh and the left sole of my foot to touch the earth. So as I roll on to my right hip, this sensation begins to feel grounded. Now, just like before, this is choice 1. Choice 2 would be to take your left leg, leaving it bent, just putting it on top of the right leg. That might feel better just for today. The only wrong way to do this is to lay there in pain. Why would you do that? The nose points towards the sky. The back of the head is on the earth. If you feel a pull in the chest or the armpit, please take your right fingers and rest them on your right ribs. And here, inhale the words, I am. And exhale, I am. Open. We'll be here for 2 minutes. I am. Relaxed. You can fill in the blank. I am. Someone who sparks joy in others. I am. Humble. I am. Wonderful. I am. Giving. I am. One with nature. I am beautiful. From the inside to the outside. I am physically flexible. I am mentally flexible. I am someone who looks for the good. Only a few left. You're on your own with positivity now. Last one. I am a yogi. I am at peace. Hold on, I hear a beep. I think it's golfers. Take your right heel, move it down to the end of the mat, and then your left. It's golfers. I'm going to give them a wave. Love you! See what happens when you have positive thoughts? Love comes to you and you continue to spark joy. Back to where we were. So you're laying on the earth. Hope that gave you a smile. Your right leg this time is going to come a little closer to the left. You'll take, so envision your right leg just going straight down the mountain, the mountain or your mat. We're going to bend your left leg. So think about the left foot coming to the floor, and let that left knee open onto the towel. Maybe the sole of your left foot touches the right thigh. And again, you're a fallen tree. Think about a tree, right? There's so much to learn. They ground into the earth. They stay rooted. They don't look at the tree next to it with jealousy. Oh, the other tree is taller or stronger or more mighty. They work together, and they just are. So for the next 2 minutes, I'm going to ask you to inhale and exhale as if you were a tree, no thought, being grounded and present. 2 minutes. If you need words, I am an amazing tree. I am a tree. I am almost halfway. If you can get yourself 5% more comfortable, do it. More big, beautiful breaths. As you inhale, maybe you feel your belly rise. As you exhale, feel it fall. Last big, beautiful breath. And exhale. Think of your left leg. The left knee goes towards the sky. The left foot steps down. Right leg, bend your right leg. Feel the foot on the earth. Okay, now, if you slide your left hand, you're going to feel your towel on your left side. I'm about to place the towel under my sacrum, which is the lowest part of your back. So your nose should be pointing up towards the earth. Press into your feet evenly. Lift that tiny hiney. Maybe use your right arm to pull the towel underneath. Your hands will be on the towel, and your tiny hiney will release right onto your towel. Should feel like I just gave you a perfect little shelf for your tiny hiney. And here, we're going to make our feet feel happy. So first, bring your knees in the direction of your shoulders. Without overdoing it, I will tell you the closer your shoulders get towards your knees, towards your shoulders, the more rounding you'll feel in the low back. So here, I just want you to notice the space in the low back. There's nothing you need to do. If your brain is saying, please, hands on legs, that's okay. If you don't need that, hands on the towel, palms up, 5 breaths. Inhale, happiness. Exhale the word within. Happiness comes within you. Exhale. Happiness from within. 2 more. Happiness from within. 1 more in this shape. If this feels so amazing and you don't want to move, you don't have to. But I have one that I think is even better. And that would be nose towards the sky, soles of the feet towards the sky. I would suggest your feet being about 5 inches away from each other and you bending your knees. Maybe the hands want to hold on to the thighs, and that's okay. Your choice. I want you to envision a waterfall coming down one of the mountains not far from where we're seated. Inhale water. Exhale fall. Water. Fall. Again, water. Fall. Water. Fall. One more, seeing the white bubbly water running down the stone. Water. Fall. Thinking of your heels, if your legs are up, drop them towards the tiny hiney. Knees towards chest, give yourself a big hug. And exhale. Arms fall out to a T again. Soles of the feet towards the earth. Now this time it might feel like the earth is further away because you're on the towel. Soles of the feet land. We're about to head for Shavasana. That means final relaxation if you're new to yoga. So choice 1, for the next few minutes you melt in this shape. Choice 2, you take your tiny hiney, lift it up, push your towel towards your heels, lower that tiny hiney as slow as you want to down onto the earth. Maybe it feels good for you to walk your feet away from each other and your knees to come in and they just support each other. Maybe you don't like that, so you walk your heels back. Put your feet on your towel, roll it a little further away, and let the legs lay down on the towel and the feet splay away. Notice that. If you happen to have an eye pillow, I'd put it on now. If you have the softest, most coziest blanket, now would be a time for that as well. I'm gonna sit up so I can speak with you, but please stay laying down. We're gonna close class from the mountains. You can just melt away here. You can hear the sounds of the earth. Maybe you can hear the sound of the gardening to keep this place as pristine as it is. You're just laying on the earth. To me, this is always the best part of a yoga class. You put in all that effort. Here comes the good. Before you get there, I want you to know, I can't even say how much it means to me that you took time today for yourself and you let me be your guide. It touches my heart, and I want you to know that this class came from my heart directly to yours. So as you lay on the earth, here I'm gonna ask that you wiggle your fingers and your toes so you can feel where you are in space, imagining yourself at the top of a mountain. We're gonna breathe into all 10 toes, and I'd ask you to let them melt away. Imagine the sunlight on the soles of your feet, sending healing energy into your body, and letting the soles of your feet just melt away. You must be on the way. I hear your plane arriving. Breathing in between all the little bones in the ankles and the feet, and letting those muscles melt away. Think of the shins, the calves, the muscles that surround them. Take a breath in so deep you touch the marrow of your bones, and feel the lower leg bone just melt away. We breathe into the knees next. You might not feel a lot of sensation here, but send healing love to the ligaments and the tendons and the kneecaps and let them melt away. We come into the thighs. Lots of big muscles surround the thigh bones. Breathe in. Turn them red and make them warm. And as you exhale, feel them melt away. I ask you now to come back to your toes. Breathe from the tips of the toes all the way to the tops of the hips. And notice in your own body, does the bottom part of your body feel more relaxed than the torso right now? Next, we'll breathe into the pelvic area, breathing into the pelvic bowl. Here we'll only let out a little air at a time. So breathing into the tiny hiney and letting it go. Feeling your hips, inhaling. Exhale a little more air and feel them slide away from each other. Your organs and your intestines are next. Breathing in a little. Let them sink deeper. And now your personal area. Inhale. Let it just melt away. Next we come to the belly. It will literally move, and maybe you'll notice that. Breathing into the belly. And feel it melt away. The lungs, the ribs, the chest, breathing in, feeling them rise. And feeling them fall. Shoulders, inhaling into both of your shoulders. Send them healing love and let them melt away. Top arm bone, breathing in. And letting your arm bone melt away. Elbows and forearms, breathe in. Let them feel heavy and let them melt. Wrists and fingers, again, lots of bones. And the fingers and the hands, big breath in. And let them just melt away. This is a favorite part. If you ask me, as your body melts, I'm going to ask you to come all the way down in your mind to the very bottom of your spine. Some people call it a tailbone. And I want you to visually imagine a thermometer, the old school kind that were glass, and the mercury ran up and then it ran down. Instead of mercury, we're going to talk about healing energy, and it's going to rise up each vertebra of your back. So as you inhale as slow as possible, feel that healing energy slowly rise up your spine a little bit at a time. Now hold that breath just for a moment. Notice inside if you feel energy or bubbles. The yogis call this prana. Feel it running in the torso. When you're ready and you can't hold that breath anymore, slowly let that breath out. Feel it run down your entire body and out to the side bodies. If you could see a visual, imagine watercolor paint just running down your body, purples and blues in your back. Feels as good as it ever has. Next we go into the neck. Lots of us feel the need subconsciously to hold tension in the neck. Breathe into your neck and let any tension that's left drip off your neck like a bead of sweat. Let it land in the yoga mat. Now I'm going to ask you to imagine all 10 of my fingers placed on your scalp. Figure my hands near your ears. And as you inhale, I gently and slowly press my fingers into your scalp, bringing my hands towards, I would call, a center part. And as you exhale, feel my fingers pull away from the left hand to the right hand towards the ears, giving you just a perfect head massage to melt any muscles that needed to relax in the head. Then we move on to our eyes, breathing into your eyeballs, letting them feel heavy. And as you exhale, they sink deeper into your eyeballs, into your eye sockets. Now those heavy eyeballs, breathing into them. Imagine the feeling of the heavy eyeballs hiding behind your cheekbones, showing no facial expression. Now I want you to think of the spot where your top and bottom jaw come together, making sure the top and bottom teeth aren't touching each other, breathing air in through the nose. As you exhale, the low jaw and the tongue begin to float. No tightness left in the jaw. And now we come to the place that the yogis call the third eye. It's where our intuition comes from, right in the middle of your forehead. I'm going to ask you to pull healing light right now from your third eye. Bring it into your body, letting it touch every cell in your body with healing energy. Holding that breath in, it knows where to go. And exhale only the breath, keeping that healing energy in. Just want you to notice one more breath in. Notice what the magic of yoga has done, not only for your body, but also for your mind. About an hour and 15 minutes of bliss can change your day, your week, your mood, anything that needs to go. All you did was listen, and you made yourself feel this good. I'm going to close class, and then I'm going to pick up the phone and show you a little bit more of the view behind me. So if your choice is just to lay there, do that. If your choice is to come with me, sit up now. There's no need to rush. There's not an even need to sit up with me. My fingertips will touch the floor. Any seat you find is the right one for you. Your palms will splay away, and it again, you'll, with the energy of the sun. Inhale, let your arms raise towards the sky like you are the sun. When your hands come together, exhale. As you inhale, reach up. And notice, do you feel different from an hour ago in the mind, in the neck, in the shoulders, the armpit, the back, and the hips? Inhale, reaching up. As you exhale, your elbows bend and your hands stop in front of the forehead and the eyes. Let your shoulders melt. Breathe in here. And say in your mind, may I see the truth, and exhale. Let your hands come down in front of your lips, shoulders melt more, breathe in again. And say in your mind, may I speak the truth, and exhale. Let the hands come down in front of the heart. Take your chin, slowly let it fall towards your chest. A big breath in again. And say in your mind, may I live my life with an open heart. May I be humble and kind. May the light of the sun always keep a smile on your face. May the raindrops that fall from the sky wash away your worries. May the light of the moon guide you safely on your way home. And we say together, Namaste. Now, Namaste means may the light and the energy inside of me honor the light and the energy inside of you. Sending a heart from the mountains of North Carolina, a kiss for taking the time to take the class. And come on, this part you have to do. Take your right hand, put it on your left shoulder, left hand on your right shoulder. Squeeze in, take a hug from me. May your day be wonderful. Thanks for taking my class. Peace out, yogi. This time, I'm gonna come towards the camera. I'm gonna pick up the phone. I'm not gonna push a button. And I'm just gonna show you, sorry for that, the amazing beauty of this place. I mean, it is incredible. The mountains, here's the patio. Well, there I am on the patio. Let's go the other way. Mountains. I gotta move me to the other side. Mountains. I mean, could this be any more incredible? I think I can turn. No, I don't know how to turn the camera. I just know how to make you smile. So hopefully your goal today, tomorrow, or maybe forever will be just spread joy. Spread it inside yourself, spread it all over your body, and spread it to people who need it. Thanks again. This is Melissa. If you need me, here it comes. My cell, 201-602-0547. Text or call, email the physical number, not ONE, magical, MAGICAL, yogi, YOGI. I love doing yoga with you this morning. Peace out.